A very good day to Dr. Robia. We are from Group 7 and this is our presentation on Assignment 2. Our title is Brief Introduce on DMAIC and Elaborate a Project using DMAIC. So I'm a leader, Wong Zixing, and our group members have Siti Humaira, Ahmad Tamizi, Nurul Fatin Nadira, Nurul Nasuha, Tenarasu, and Shatish. So quickly move to introduction of DMAIC. So what is DMAIC? DMAIC is actually a part of Six Sigma. It is a fundamental part of Six Sigma quality improvement methodology. DMAIC is a quality improvement and problem-solving method used to improve business performance. In DMAIC process, improvement occur in project by project basis. In terms of project here can be best defined as a problem schedule for a solution, which means the management has decided the way to schedule the resources in order to get the problem solved. So when to use DMAIC? DMAIC is often used by project team that is trying to improve an existing process. DMAIC delivers structure because the phase of the process contains tools and tasks that will guide team to find the working or suitable solutions. DMAIC is not strictly linear, it might be in the form of sequential as well. The process requires project team to backtrack to previous steps if they need more data and information to analyze for future steps. So I'll pass to the next member to present.
Okay, so for the methodology and phases, phase 1 is defined. In this phase, the project team create a project charter, which is a high-level process diagram and start to consider the customer expectation of the process. This is the key in which the team outline the objective of the project for themselves and the organization's leadership. So the next step that involve in define, which is developing a problem statement, developing a goal statement, developing process step maps, define the customer and their requirement, and last inform other of the project progress. So the tools for the define phase are stakeholder analysis, project charter, tree diagram, cycle, and swim lane maps. So next, phase 2 is measure. Measurement is important throughout the life of the project. When the team is starting to gather the data, they focus on both the process as well as measuring what customer care about. Initially, that means there are two priorities, which is reducing lead time or improving the efficiency. The team refine the measurement concept during the measurement step and define the actual output or the baseline of the process. Step that involved in measure is determine how the process currently perform, create a plan to collect data, ensure the data is reliable, gather the baseline data, and update the project charter. The tool for the measure phase is data collection plan, operational definition, check sheet, and project charter. And the last is the third phase or the MIC methodology. During this phase, the project team collects and uses data to prove theories of root causes or causes of the problem. These root causes are known as a project X. By the conclusion of this phase, the team will have narrowed down their multiple theories to the vital potential few root causes to test and prove true or false. Steps that involve in analyze is closely examine the process, graphically display the data, look for what might be causing the problem, verify the cause of the problem, and update the project charter. The tool for the analyze phase is histograms, box plots, and 5Y analysis and calculating sigma level.
Next one is phase 4 is improve, which is in this phase it hard to move the process smoothly, move process, achieve cross-functional cooperation and manager to monitor the progress of given DMIC project. In this phase, the team must brainstorm solutions that might fix the problems, implement the solutions, measure improvement, prove effectiveness of the solution, which is use weighted criteria matrix to select the practical solutions, produce alternative solutions, use PDCA, plan to the check act to select the best solutions. For the tool I use for input phase, first is solution matrix, visual management, and experimental research. The last one is phase 5 is control. The control phase is the final phase of Lean Six Sigma. The team focuses on how to sustainably achieve improvement by passing it on to others employees. In this phase, the team must continuously improve the process using lean principles, ensure the process is managed and maintained properly, expand the improved process throughout the organizations. Lastly is create standard of performance measure real efficiency. For the tool I use for control phase, process control plan, monitor charts, documentations, and storyboard.
Assalamualaikum. I would like to present about advantage and disadvantage of DMAIC. For advantage, in any scenario where you need to enhance a complex process, the organized solution is helpful. DMAIC approach tries to evaluate a procedure and this decreases the risk of solving the wrong problem. It helps enhance coordination between teams and organization. For this advantage, a company that depends on imagination does not suit a one-size-fits-all solution. Without understanding, it is possible to get more focus on using the instrument during the implementation of DMAIC rather than seeking the right solution. For easy and evident concern, it is cumbersome.
Hi, my name is Satish. Today I'm going to present about example project using DMAIC. So our question was project Fortune 500 manufacturing plants located in North America and Europe, each requiring between 700 to 1000 employees to operate. So first step we define. So in this define, which is quality engineers exported and analyzed the last 12 period of non-conformance notification data, which is NCN. And NCN will be issued when a quality defect occurs. Part of that analysis was to rank the types of NCN causes. To accomplish this, the engineers created the Pareto chart of relative importance of each kind of error. Each month, the, the quality assurance team has a manufacturing corrective action board meeting to discuss plant metrics and perform, performance. So after the board meeting, re- review the project charter responses and the team leader and obtain signed the project charter. So next, we see the measure. So second will be measure. The, the primary purpose of the measure phase is to define the current state by gathering the necessary data, like verifying the accuracy of the data that collected in the Pareto chart. WH questions is applied in terms to verifying the data. With the questions in mind, the team can begin to look into the NCN data by dividing the documents and begin to study each in detail for important discovery. At this point, the quality engineer explains that with the supporting evidence, the team has sufficient means to validate the measure system. The project leader discusses this point with the project sponsors. Both agree that the team does have enough to validate the accuracy of the data. So next, the team need to determine how many records will be equal as statistically valid sample data. With this measure phase, review is So next will be analyze phase. In this phase, the team needs and will have to know the sources of variation in the process lead to lower quality output, which is defect, by setting up a brainstorming workshop with groups of machine operators, productive supervisors, and manufacturing engineers. These engineers agrees that the majority of instances of wrong part and or wrong program are due to operator adjusting the machine offset of a program. Then the team found that the standard operating procedure, which is SOP, had been updated last year, but the update has not been communicated to the production. So with this solution, analyzing phase will be completed.
For the next improvement phase for the project Fortune 500 manufacturing plants located in the North America and Europe. So I will explain about it. So for the improve phase, the project moves quickly after the meeting where the engineers teams explained that the team have implemented a solution to the problem, which is make a quick and a simple action that can prevent the business from losing money. Once confirmed the root cause, the engineers also identify how to make a mistake proof the process, which is rewrite the machine program so that it excluded the option to change the machine offset. So the logic simple is to eliminate the ability for operators to change the machine offset. So they will eliminate 80% of the future defects due to the wrong part and wrong program. Then they develop a full-scale implementation plan, include documentation and tricks. With this, the improved phase review are completed. Okay, for the next, the control part, where at this point in this project, there are only a few steps that remain. The main requirement for the team is to monitor the process data to ensure that the improvement does prevent future occurrence of the primary root cause. Moreover, automating data collection using a machine monitoring software has the potential to reduce the amount of effort required to monitor the effectiveness of the solution in real time. Also, the team will need to catch up with the solution by communicating the changes to the operators and updating the standard operating procedure SOP in the quality management system QMS. In the end, the team need create a few slides on what changes and why, and the slide are presented to the operators. With that, the project concludes the summary report. That's all from me.
Okay, today I want to present about the example of project 2. Okay, this is the example of project 2, which is the title is Accuracy of System Generated Service Routes. Okay, an environment, this company is operate in USA, and the environmental services is provide collecting, recycling, and disposal of substance material for industrial and automotive customer. This company use a third-party company which is transport managing service for their route system. So transport managing service could lower freight spent by propose feasible service routes, generate reliable estimate of travel time and distance. Okay, this is the process flow for generating service route. Okay, for phase 1 is define phase. Okay, review route generated before finalize. This the timeline and history of problem was reviewed. Improve routes estimation by reducing number of changes to finalize route. Okay, for the measure phase, in this company, software system generated the route sheet. Branch manager
review and finalize the route sheet. Service representative review and execute the finalized route sheet. Address is converted into a geocode, which is the company can determine distance between the location and the branch. Okay, after that, input process output tool is used to determine a proper time and distance estimation. Okay, for the next is analyze phase. Analyze factor from the workforce feedback. Service representative deal with customer and perform service at customer site. Transported, transport, transportation management system work with service representative to develop a better route feasibility. Improve geocoding and routing accuracy during address validation. Verification is used before feeding the data into transport system. Okay, this company use 5-way tools to discover the root case of this issue. Okay, next is improve phase. Generate a detailed cross-system report that contains service data, customer data, and routing order. Service representative review the report, finalize and publish the route. Analyze geocode for location of inefficient route. Branch personnel could check suboptimal route, provide documentation and training to geocode a location correctly. Okay, this is the last phase. Service representative provide feedback on route feasibility. Reduce expensive and time consuming changes to finalize route by 20%. Display location in route detail window. Number of addresses with low geocode score should decrease by 20%. Complete a documentation project summary report and then submit to the company.
For conclusion, DMAIC is a five-step method that emphasizes on quality enhancement while minimizing process defects. It has helped Six Sigma become a method for many organizations that produce successful outcomes. DMAIC serves as a guide for helping companies identify ideas and deliver better outcomes. Businesses can enhance the quality of their goods and services with the use of the MAIC, raise their sales, and reduce their overall costs. However, while it is an established technique, its success mostly depends on how effectively it is applied and sustained. That's all from us.